So here it is, folks. Took a couple weeks because of the influx of applicants during COVID-19. And so there you have it. The Hellcat by Springfield Armory. 9mm, 13 the extended magazine, plus one in the chamber for 14 rounds. The standard magazine holds 11. That is a lot of ammunition in a super tiny package. So this right here is 14 rounds. That's how many rounds you can pack into this little device. Seems like a lot. That's how big she is. Just a teeny little device, isn't it? We're gonna head over here, try to shoot off our first couple rounds, see how we feel about it. So we've got 24 rounds, plus this little one, of this tool ammo made in Russia. Some cheap shit, but it's the only stuff they had. So it was like $8.50 for a box of 50. All right, so definitely isn't a gun shooting YouTube channel. This is a new experience for me, so as discussed in the ADV motorcycle gun carry video I posted, the reasons for why I thought this was necessary or why I wanted one. So here we go. We're out here, undisclosed location, not too far away from the place, and first rounds in the Springfield Armory Hellcat 9mm. Pretty excited about it. Pretty fancy, nice looking little unit. And let's see what this is all about. Starting off with the 11 round magazine. Got the one. I'm gonna go ahead and load this into the chamber. There she is, locked and loaded. The only safety on this weapon is the trigger safety. Now I'm gonna go ahead and drop that magazine back out, load that last round in there. So we have the full 11 round capacity. Okay, there she is, she's live and locked and loaded. First shots. Dang, I'm not sure I hit the target once. There she is, she's free and clear. Drop that one out. We're gonna go take a look at this target. Okay, we got it once. So here we go. We got the 13 round mag, fully loaded. We'll pop her in there. There she is, locked and loaded. See if I can get a few more rounds on this target here. Damn. Dang, dude. Feels like a lot of power for just a tiny little package, 9mm, you know. Feels that way anyway. So she's free and clear. Just kind of improvising out here. There she is, one round through the freaking milk carton. Dang, dude. You got a lot of work to do. So there she is. What to say about the Springfield Armory Hellcat 9mm that hasn't already been said? Of course, this gun came out sometime mid to late last year, 2019, and I'm already halfway through 2020. So of course, naturally, there's 6,000 videos out there about it. There's nothing I can tell you about it that that there's not already a better channel to tell you about that you should get your information from. But since I make videos and this is my channel and it pertains to what I'm all about with where I find myself and where I travel and the decision that it was made to obtain one, I can tell you that I'm pretty stoked on it. I like it quite a bit. I like the smaller magazine for a little bit more smaller package, being that it has the pinky, the additional space for your pinky. That's pretty freaking nice. It fits super well anywhere you want to tuck it away, and just feels super good in the hands. So I'm not going to give a long detailed presentation on this gun because that's not my specialty, and there's far better suited people for that than I. So if you found it interesting and somewhat worthwhile to check it out, that's cool. If not, leave a thumbs down. Either way, just be sure that if you leave a thumbs down, you click that thumbs down twice to leave 2 thumbs down. Now, thoughts on gun ownership and new gun ownership. Certainly some training, some proper training is in order next. Well, the first thing is the concealed weapon course has been enrolled in, and it's going to take some time before they have an opening to get into that. So in the meantime, it'll be open carry only here in Utah now. So that's the first order of business, is obtaining the concealed carry so that you just have the freedom and the ability to put it where you want, when you want, how you want, and you don't have to deal with having it hanging off the side of your waist or out in the open where, you know, it poses even more risks and concerns. So etc., etc. It's a discussion for an entire other topic. Second order of business will be to, well, of course, gain some freaking experience with it out there at the gun range. We've got a really nice gun range up here, not too far, an indoor range. So actually going and developing some skills with getting the accuracy dialed in and making sure that the sights are set up properly too, I suppose, is probably important. So that's kind of the first order of business. And then thirdly, of course, taking some training, some courses on how to handle yourself in the situation. Now, as far as my personal experience, if I had none with a firearm, then it probably would be advisable to, well, I don't know, suit yourself, do what you will, but as for me personally, I felt comfortable with the weapon because my background has, even though I've never really been much of a gun owner or carrier all my 40 years on the planet, for my 10 years that I was in the military, I did gain some familiarity and experience with weapons. In fact, in my early years, the first couple of years, I went to the armorer course where I was the unit armorer, and they teach you how to maintain and repair all of the weapons in the Army's arsenal. That was a pretty interesting course, pretty awesome, kind of eye-opening experience for someone who's coming from a background with little to no weapons experience. So that was pretty interesting. Additionally, you know, just 10 years of qualifying with M4, M16, and M9mm Berettas. Gained a familiarity and a comfortability with, you know, the basics of gun handling and so forth. But certainly, aside from shooting range targets, I would certainly say that that is far from being equipped to handle yourself out here in the real world in any number of scenarios. So
Feel comfortable with the weapon, with carrying it in the meantime, but really anxious to get some training, and looking forward to seeing what you guys think about that, and learning from my friends about where they might have some experience in training nearby. I guess there's a course down in Las Vegas that's a 4-day course that I'm interested in checking out. So anyway, that's the gun. Pretty sweet, pretty stoked on it. Hopefully it's going to do the trick. One other thing I should mention is that today I, after having read through the legislature, the regulations here in Utah, to determine what is suitable for how to carry it, open carry, concealed, etc., whether you're on your property, in your vehicle, on your motorcycle, or out in the woods. It's fairly clear for the most part, but not completely clear. And so first thing I did today was I went down to the police station and asked the policeman, had a cop come out and talk to me and see if the way I interpreted it is the correct way. And my interpretation is here in Utah with statute, whatever the number is right here, you are permitted to carry your weapon without one chambered. Well, I don't even want to get into the specifics of it because I'm not an expert on it and I don't want to steer anybody wrong. But what I did determine from that conversation with the police officer was that when on your motorcycle, according to him and his sergeant, without a concealed carry permit, even though the regulation states in or on your vehicle you are permitted such and such, when you're on your motorcycle, if you don't have a concealed carry permit, you need to be not having it concealed at all on your person. So it needs to either be in the open carry, or in your backpack, in your side box, whatever. Actually, I don't even know if in your backpack. Let me take that out. In your side pannier, inside your box, whatever. So that was kind of a disappointment, but what I was trying to get clarification on, and I'm not totally certain that their interpretation is correct on that. In fact, I think I'm going to get a second opinion, third opinion on that in the meantime, because it's going to be 2 months or more before I'm legally able to carry a weapon concealed. And so the idea of either having to have this thing out on my hip holster or out on a leg holster while I'm on my bike, my motorcycle, it isn't very practical, and to have it only inside my box for the next 2 months or beyond, not totally sure. I mean, I think I'm gonna get some second opinion on that, but I'll follow up on that. But that's basically all I have to say about the gun. Pretty stoked on it. It's pretty nice, and you should get you one.